I realized something while I was talking to my girlfriend yesterday. I no longer have a vision for my life. I think it's fair to say that I've accomplished quite a bit for someone my age, and that's been both a blessing and a curse. It's been a blessing in the sense that I've created a life of ultimate freedom for myself. I can travel when and where I want, finances permitting, while getting paid to do so. I can go to sleep and wake up whenever I want. I can start and stop my workday whenever I want. I can generally wear whatever I want, and I also have the time freedom to work on other endeavors, such as my books. That being said, it's a curse in the sense that I've already accomplished my greatest life goals, only to realize that they were not what I expected them to be. Recently, I watched a video from a contemporary content creator by the name of Hamza, and he expressed the same sentiment, albeit in different terms. He explained how he had reached a point of freedom and happiness, but then he allowed his desire for more success to dilute his quality of life and well-being. And even though it earned him quite a bit more money, he was generally pretty miserable when he was at his respective peak from a business perspective. He also made it a point to reflect on the happiest time of his life, a time when he was making videos in his parents' house while living off of government assistance. Interestingly enough, Daniel Caesar, my absolute favorite singer, had a relatively similar story in an interview of his that I watched even more recently. He explained how his newest album, Never Enough, addressed how he had made sacrifices which added layers of complexity to the core of his happiness, making music. And while it did allow him to accomplish things that many people would never even dare to dream of, he actually won a Grammy when he was my age, it also diluted the purity of his purpose. When asked about his song, Toronto 2014, he also went on to explain that the happiest time of his life was when he was just some broke kid making music with few, if any, expectations about the outcome. In other words, both Hamza and Daniel Caesar seem like they've reached the same conclusion that I have. The journey is the destination. This is a very difficult truth for my ego to embrace. In fact, its entire identity is predicated on the lack mindset. It believes that fulfillment is always out of its reach, so it thrives on goal setting and external achievements. This is the basis of my general disillusionment with my current position in life. To believe that one's sense of self is to be found outside of oneself is to walk down a tunnel with no light at the end. It's funny, 50 Cent echoes this exact notion in his book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. In said book, he claims that most people spend the entirety of their lives wandering through the darkness, searching for a light which isn't coming. He also suggests that it behooves those people to make peace with the understanding that there is no finish line, no end in sight. However, I disagree. You see, I believe that you are the light at the end of the tunnel, but you must be present enough to find it within yourself. This is generally done by doing what you love with little to no regard for your external circumstances. This brings you into a near constant flow state which, by extension, brings about detachment and stoicism. It is only from this position that you can spread your light for others to make use of. And if one aspires to lead a fulfilling life, this must be the basis of their perceived purpose. This is what it means to seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, such that all these things will be added to you. We are here to find our inner light and share that light with others such that they find their inner light. Bearing that in mind, it is of utmost importance that I make this my vision moving forward. My life's vision is dynamic, but it always leads to the same place, the present moment. No matter what you desire, you are actually seeking a feeling on the other side of that achievement or accolade. And beyond that feeling, you are seeking a state of being. And that state of being is presence. You want to be present, and the only thing preventing you from doing so is the desire itself. The moment you learn to relinquish the belief that you are incomplete in the present moment is the moment you find fulfillment. This truth is entirely independent of your external circumstances, hence both Hamza and Daniel Caesar's happiest times being times of poverty and purpose. I'm not saying that you should actively seek out poverty. As a matter of fact, I'd highly advise you not to do that. That being said, I'd also advise you to pursue your purpose with reckless abandon, even if it means you have to live on government assistance like Hamza did, even if it means you have to sleep on park benches like Daniel Caesar did. Truthfully, I already know my vision. I'm just too afraid to follow my intuition and see it into fruition. And you're probably in the same position. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of living in my head. I want to live in my heart instead. I want to use my light to write words which bring wisdom to the world. And hopefully along the way, my gift will pay enough to take care of me and my girl. So I hereby commit to using the present to express my gift. And that starts with me making this video to inspire the shift within you.